Fourth edition of Interchange, the most widely used and the most successful English course in the world. This state-of-the-art software is designed to help you maximize your teaching effectiveness as you move seamlessly through each lesson, incorporating video, audio, and even online resources, all with the click of a mouse. Visit the link below or contact your Cambridge University Press representative for a demonstration today.
Welcome to English for Arabs. Interchange to 4th edition, Unit 13, Part 1. In Part 1, we will have the vocab book, interchange explanation, answers, and the workbook. Unit 13, good book, terrible movie, bad movie. 1. Categories. British, American. This is British categories. American categories. Groups. Trivia. An important details or information. Science fiction. SF. Books or films about an imagined future. Box, O as a sound in American, box. Box or films about an imagined future. American movies, films, movies. Fantasy, a pleasant situation that you enjoy thinking about. A pleasant situation that you enjoy thinking about. Thinking, and also thinking, I can make the G silent, thinking about. You stress on the bass sound, about, thinking about. Animated, T soft D between two vowels, animated or animated, British, animated, American animated, using cartoons rather than live actors. Using cartoons rather than live actors. Comedy, funny films. 2. The word of exercise number 2, horror movies, very frightening films. Find out, discover. 3. It sounds, this is the verb. It sounds, it seems. Amuse, to entertain someone. Exciting, T soft D. Interesting, E silent. Exciting, interesting. Fascinate, to interest someone a lot. Popular, famous. Annoy, bother. Confuse, difficult to understand. Embarrass, to feel anxious or uncomfortable. O silent, uncomfortable. Shock, surprise. Special effects, unusual pieces of action in a film. Thrillers, films which have an exciting story. T soft D in American. Films which have an exciting story. 4. The word of exercise number 4, awful, disgusting, dreadful, horrible, terrible. Awful, disgusting, dreadful, horrible, terrible. Wonderful, fabulous, outstanding, marvelous. Fantastic. 4. Awful, disgusting, dreadful, horrible, terrible. Wonderful, fabulous, outstanding, marvelous, fantastic. Absurd, dumb, B silent, dumb, ridiculous, silly, strange, unusual, weird, bizarre, odd, strange, unusual, weird, bizarre, odd. 5. Ratings. Ratings, a list of television and radio programs showing how popular they are, how famous they are, popular, famous. So ratings, a list of television and radio programs showing how popular they are. Commercial, a commercial describes a product that can be bought by the general public. Bought, American, British, bought, buy, bought. 6. Emphatic, done or said in a strong way. Documentary tells us facts. Mistress, a film about a crime with a surprise ending. Now, you have to start to keep the words by heart in English. Then, you are going to watch the explanation. You must use English. Don't use Arabic. No Arabic. If you don't know the meaning of a word in English, you can look at the meaning in Arabic, then you keep the word in English and put the word in a sentence. This is level number 9. This is pre-intermediate 3. You have to listen, speak in English. Before I answer any question, you should answer it first by yourself. Then you check your answer. Unit 13. Part 1. Interchange to 4th edition. Unit 13. Good book. Terrible movie. A film. Terrible. Too bad. 1. Snapshot. Look at the pictures here. What do you see? This is what? Batman? These are pictures of movies. A ship, an ocean liner, a very big ship that can cross the ocean, a boat. So this is the movie Titanic. And here, this is Harry Potter. This is a name of movie about magic. And of course, this is the Avatar. So, this is movie trivia. Some information about movies. Batman, 1989. This is the movie Batman. It was made in 1989. The role of Batman was played by Michael Keaton. In later movies, it was played by Val Kilmer, George Clooney, and Christian Bale. Titanic. This is the movie Titanic. It's about a ship that sank in the first. Titanic was made in 1997. This is the date of making the movie. The movie cost $200 million. To make this movie, the budget of the movie cost $200 million. The Titanic itself cost about $135 million to build. To build the ship Titanic, they needed in 1997 $135 million. Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl, 2003. Keira Knightley nearly missed the audition because of a traffic jam. So I've heard some information, some details about the movies. These details are not important. Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, 2007. This is the longest book and the shortest movie in the series. Of course, the series of Harry Potter, this is of course the book was very long, but the film was very short, was too short. Paranormal Activity, 2007. Paranormal Activity was made in 2007. This movie only cost $15,000. The budget of the movie was only $15,000. To make the movie, the producer spent $15,000 only, but it made $9.5 million. It made about $9 million in its first week. In the first week, Avatar, 2009. The movie, the Avatar, this is the Avatar movie, the special effects were so expensive that the director James Cameron had to wait 10 years to make the movie. To make this movie, he waited for about 10 years. The Three Stooges, 2012. This is a funny movie, a comedy movie. Jim Carrey, Sean Penn, and Benicio del Toro were originally cast in the film. So they were the three actors, the main characters in this movie, but all three dropped out, failed. The movie failed. Which of the movie trivia do you find most interesting? What is the most interesting movie? The most interesting movie is Avatar. Of course, this is for me. Another student, the most interesting movie is Titanic. Do you know any other movie trivia? Which of the movies have you seen? I have seen Batman, Titanic, Pirates of the Caribbean, Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, Avatar, and the Three Stooges. Which of the movies have you seen? Did you enjoy them? Yes, I enjoyed all of them. They were marvelous. They were terrific. Exercise 2, conversation. Was playing. Look at the picture. Who's she? Sandra. She's an actress. Sandra. Her name is Sandra and she's an actress. She's made different movies. Listen and practice. Listen and repeat.
Unit 13. Good book, terrible movie. Page 86, Exercise 2, Conversation. What's playing? Part A. Listen and practice.
Do you want to see a movie tonight?
Maybe. What's playing?
How about the new Star Trek film? I hear it's really exciting.
Actually, the last one was boring.
What about the movie based on Stephen King's new novel?
I don't know. His books are usually fascinating, but I don't like horror movies.
Well, what do you want to see?
I'm interested in the new Sandra Bullock movie. It looks good.
That's fine with me. She's a wonderful actress.
Do you want to see a movie tonight? Want to, wanna. Do you want to see a movie tonight? A movie, a film? Maybe. What's playing? How about the new Star Trek film? This is the name of the movie. Star Trek film. I heard it's really exciting. Exciting, interesting. Actually, the last one was boring. What about the movie based on Stephen King's new novel? Novel? A story. I don't know. His books are usually fascinating, wonderful, great, but I don't like horror movies. Horror movies. Do you know horror movies? Scary movies. Well, what do you want to see? What do you want to see? What do you want to see? I'm interested in the new Sandra Bullock. The new Sandra Bullock movie. It looks good. It seems good. That's fine with me. She's a wonderful actress. Man, actor. Woman, actress. Answer this question. What's playing? What's playing tonight? What is the movie tonight? Star Trek film. What is the Star Trek film like? It's exciting, interesting. What was the last Star Trek film like? It was boring. What are Stephen King's new novels like? What are Stephen King's novels like? His books are usually fascinating. Does Carol like horror movies? No, she doesn't. She doesn't like horror movies. What does Carol want to see? She's interested in the new Sandra Bullock movie because it looks good. What's Sandra like? Sandra is a wonderful actress. B. Listen to the rest of the conversation. What happens next? What do they decide to do?
Page 86, Exercise 2, Part B. Listen to the rest of the conversation. What happens next? What do they decide to do?
Yeah, her last movie was amazing. It's probably one of my all-time favorite movies.
Actually, I didn't see it, but I heard it was just okay.
Well, I'll check the theater's website and see what time the movie starts. Maybe we can go to a show after dinner. Oh no.
What's wrong?
You won't believe this. It's not showing anymore. It was showing just last weekend, but I guess the schedule has already changed. We're back where we started.
Why don't we just see what's on TV tonight?
That's fine with me.
Page 86, Exercise 2, Part B. Listen to the rest of the conversation. What happens next? What do they decide to do?
Yeah, her last movie was amazing. It's probably one of my all-time favorite movies.
Actually, I didn't see it, but I heard it was just okay.
Well, I'll check the theater's website and see what time the movie starts. Maybe we can go to a show after dinner. Oh no.
What's wrong?
You won't believe this. It's not showing anymore. It was showing just last weekend, but I guess the schedule has already changed. We're back where we started.
Why don't we just see what's on TV tonight?
That's fine with me.
What happens next? What do they decide to do? Carol checks the theater website and finds out that Sandra Bullock movie finished playing. They decide to watch TV instead. Again, the answers. Carol checks the theater website and finds out the Sandra Bullock movie finished playing. They decide to watch TV instead.
Page 87, Exercise 3, Grammar Focus. Participles as adjectives. Present participles.
Stephen King's books are fascinating.
The last Star Trek film was boring.
The new Sandra Bullock movie sounds interesting.
Past 7, Exercise 3, Grammar Focus. Participles as adjectives. Present participles.
Stephen King's books are fascinating.
The last Star Trek film was boring.
The new Sandra Bullock movie sounds interesting.
Past participles.
I'm fascinated by Stephen King's books.
I was bored by the last Star Trek film.
I'm interested in the new Sandra Bullock movie.
Exercise 3. Grammar Focus. Participles as adjectives. Participles who have present participles, verb plus ing. Stephen King's books are fascinating. Fascinating. The last Star Trek film was boring. The new Sandra Bullock movie sounds interesting. Participles as adjectives. Present participles. Stephen King's books are fascinating. The last Star Trek film was boring. The new Sandra Bullock movie sounds interesting. So here, present participles, fascinating, boring, interesting. We have ing, fascinating, boring, interesting. Interesting is silent. I have ing. And here we have subject, of course verb, verb to be. And after verb to be, we have the adjective. These adjectives, they have ing. Why? Here, first example, books. Books are fascinating. The film was boring. The movie is interesting. Sounds interesting is interesting. We describe here things. Box, film, movie. To describe something, we use verb plus ing. Past participle. I am fascinated by Stephen King's books. I am. Fascinated, ed. Past participle. Past participles, we use the pp as adjective. Most of time, you will have ed. Fascinated, bored, ed. Interested, ed. I was bored by the last Star Trek film. Bored, ed. I am interested in the new Sandra Bullock movie. ed. Interested. So here I, fascinated, I, bored, I, interested, I, verb to be, am, was, where, is, are. So you have subject, am, is, are, was, where, adjective with ed. Fascinated, bored, interested. Why? Because I describe a person. We use adjectives with ed to describe a person, to describe a human being, a man, a lady, a girl, a woman. A. Complete these sentences and compare with a partner. Number 1, answer the questions, wait, and then after you answer the questions alone, you are going to listen to the answers. 1. Matt Damon is an actor, a maze. Actor, of course, a man. I should put ed. But here, the word amazing is different. It can be used, okay, this is irregular, with people. Matt Damon is an amazing actor. Matt Damon is an amazing actor. Matt Damon is an amazing actor. Amazing. ing. 2. I find animated films amusing. Cross e, delete e, put ing. I find animated films amusing. 3. I am not in science fiction movies. Science fiction movies about the future. Interest, I am not interested in, because I have I. I, a man, I, person. I am not interested in, ed, for. I am, by watching television, bored. Bored with e. We put d. I am bored by watching television. Bored. I am bored by watching television. 5. The final Twilight book was the book. American book. The book was exciting. Exciting. ing. Exciting. Because this is about a book. Something. 6. I am by J.R.R. Tolkien's novel. I am fascinated, ed, fascinated, you will add d here, because I describe a person, I. It's that horror movies are so popular. Horror movies, scary films, surprising. It's surprising that horror movies are so popular, are so famous. So here in part A, here is the answers. Again, 1, amazing. 2, amusing. 3, interested. 4, bored. 5, exciting. 6, fascinating. 6, fascinated. 6, fascinated, ed. 7, surprising. B. Pair work. Complete the description below with the correct form of these words. In this exercise we have different words: amaze, annoy, confuse, disgust, embarrass, shock. You put on the verbs ed or ing and put the verbs in the blanks. You put the verbs here in this small passage, in this paragraph. You get these words and write them. I had a terrible time. I had a terrible time at the movies. First, my ticket cost $15. I was really shocked by the price. Shocked. By mistake, I gave the cashier $5 bills. $5 bills instead of a 10 and a 5. I was a little, so I need ed. I was in a very bad situation, so I was a little embarrassed, ed. Then, there was trash all over the theater. Trash, garbage. The theater, the cinema. The mess was disgusting. That's too bad. The mess was disgusting. The people behind me were talking during the movie, people were talking while I was watching the movie. So the people, were talking. This is, of course, was annoying. The talk of the people was annoying. Talking was annoying. Annoyed me, so was annoying. Annoy, ing. The story was hard to follow. I couldn't follow the film. I always find thrillers, exciting stories, exciting films. I always find thrillers so confusing, ing, confusing. I like the special effects though. They were amazing. amazing, amazing. Again the answers. Shocked, embarrassed, disgusting, annoying, confusing, amazing. Again the answers. Shocked, embarrassed, disgusting, annoying, confusing, amazing. Exercise number 4, word power, opinions. A. Per work, complete the chart with synonyms from the list. Synonyms, words that have the same meaning. Equal words. Here we have different words and I wanted to write them here. Absurd, bizarre. Absurd, when something absurd, silly. Bizarre, odd. Disgusting. Of course, this is too bad. Dreadful. Dumb. Did you watch the movie Dumb and Dumber? This is dumb, foolish, fool, stupid. Fabulous. Wonderful or great. Fantastic. Horrible. Horrible, too bad. Awful. Marvelous. Wonderful. Odd. Bizarre. Strange. Odd. Strange. Outstanding. Amazing. Ridiculous. Silly. Silly. Terrible. Too bad. Unusual. Unusual. Strange. Unusual. Not usual. Un equals not. Unusual. Unusual. Famous. Unfamous. Usual. Unusual. Weird. So we have here these sections, these groups: awful, wonderful, stupid, strange. You write the words here. 1 minute, try to answer. Awful, disgusting, dreadful, horrible, terrible. Awful, disgusting, dreadful, horrible, terrible. Wonderful, fabulous, fantastic, marvelous, outstanding, stupid, absurd, dumb, ridiculous, silly, strange, bizarre, odd, unusual, weird, weird. B. Group work. Share your opinions about a movie, an actor, an actress, a TV show, and a book. Use words from part A. In this exercise, make a sentence. Example: Adil Imam is fabulous. Fabulous, wonderful. Muhammad Hineri is wonderful. Mona Zaki is marvelous. Mona Zaki is marvelous. The Arabian Night book is outstanding. Fabulous. The Arabian Nights, Alf Layla wa Layla, we translated the Arabian Nights. The Arabian Nights book is outstanding, is marvelous. Exercise number 5. Listening. How did you like it? Exercise 5. Listening. How did you like it? In this exercise, we're going to listen to people talk about books, movies, and TV programs. Which ones do you think they would recommend? Recommend advice. Recommend advice. Number 2B, you are going to listen and check through the adjective that best describes what the people say about each one. So you are going to listen and then you say, this is yes or no, recommended or not. Number 2, you will put through next to every adjective. Number 1, this thing, a book, a movie, a TV program, is fascinating, silly, strange, silly, ridiculous. Not good, bad, fascinating, wonderful, or strange, unusual. Listen.
Page 88, Exercise 5, Listening. How did you like it? Part A. Listen to people talk about books, movies, and TV programs. Which ones do you think they would recommend? 1.
What do you think of Sue Grafton's books?
I love those mysteries. When I started to read A is for Alibi, I couldn't put it down. I stayed up till 4 o'clock in the morning to finish it.
Wow. Have you read any of the other books in the series?
Oh, yeah. B is for burglar. C is for corpse. I'm already up to K is for killer. Using the alphabet to build a mystery series is such a clever idea. I can't wait to read all 26 books. I wonder what Z will be.
1.
What do you think of Sue Grafton's books?
I love those mysteries. When I started to read A is for Alibi, I couldn't put it down. I stayed up till 4 o'clock in the morning to finish it.
Wow. Have you read any of the other books in the series?
Oh, yeah. B is for burglar. C is for corpse. I'm already up to K is for killer. Using the alphabet to build a mystery series is such a clever idea. I can't wait to read all 26 books. I wonder what Z will be.
Number 1, A. They're talking about a book. The book is fascinating, silly or strange. Fascinating, wonderful. Why? Because she continued until 4 o'clock, 4 a.m. in the morning to finish it. The book is about a series of mysteries. The writer uses the alphabet ABC to build mysteries. Mystery series. B for burglar, C for corpse, K for killer. Alphabet ABC. So I think that she would recommend it. She would recommend the book.
2.
How did you like the movie?
Well, I walked out after half an hour.
You did?
Yeah, it was so dull that I started falling asleep. And I've never seen such bad acting. I think I'm going to start reading movie reviews online so I don't waste my money.
2.
How did you like the movie?
Well, I walked out after half an hour.
You did?
Yeah, it was so dull that I started falling asleep. And I've never seen such bad acting. I think I'm going to start reading movie reviews online so I don't waste my money.
2. They're talking about a movie, a film. Would he recommend the movie to other people? No. Why? Because it's boring. It's dull. It's boring. The man left the cinema after half an hour. The acting was too bad.
3,
Did you see that documentary on TV last night? The one about Australia?
I did. I learned so much. I didn't know they had so many different kinds of animals there. And the photography.
Yeah, it was something, wasn't it?
Uh-huh. It was pretty amazing. It made me really want to go there and see it for myself.
3,
Did you see that documentary on TV last night? The one about Australia?
I did. I learned so much. I didn't know they had so many different kinds of animals there. And the photography.
Yeah, it was something, wasn't it?
Uh-huh. It was pretty amazing. It made me really want to go there and see it for myself.
3. They were talking about television programs. A TV program, a documentary TV program about Australia. The TV program was boring, terrific, or dreadful. It was terrific, wonderful. Why? Because the photography is great. The viewer, the person who showed the TV program, learned a lot. There are different kinds of animals in Australia. Would he recommend it? He would recommend the TV program to other people. Yes. 4.
4,
Are you reading that book too? It seems everyone's reading it now. When did UFOs become so popular anyway?
Actually, I just finished it. What a waste of time. Just the same silly stuff about visitors to Earth from other planets.
I know. It said absolutely nothing new.
You know, I'm sick of hearing stories about little green creatures. If they're real, how come no one can ever take a picture of them? Same silly stuff about visitors to Earth from other planets.
I know. It said absolutely nothing new.
You know, I'm sick of hearing stories about little green creatures. If they're real, how come no one can ever take a picture of them?
4. A book. It's about a book. The book is ridiculous, interesting, or exciting. Ridiculous. Too bad. Silly. It's a book about UFOs. UFOs means unidentified object, unknown thing. Things which are not known from the outer space. It's about green creatures, aliens. Would she recommend the book for others? No. Exercise number 6, pronunciation, emphatic stress. Here in this exercise we're talking about stress. Stress to make the sound higher, louder, and longer.
Page 88, Exercise 6, Pronunciation. Emphatic stress. Part A. Listen and practice. Notice how stress and a higher pitch are used to express strong opinions.
That was terrible. He was amazing. That's fascinating.
So here we talk about stress. Stress to make the sound longer, louder, and higher. We use them to express strong opinions. That was terrible. It was amazing. That's fascinating. So here, terrible, amazing, fascinating. The stress, the sound is higher as the first part, terry. Amaze, fasci. And then the sound goes down at the end. So stress on the first part, but the second part we do not stress it because the sound goes down. Sound is down. And we use this way when we talk about something, to give opinions, to express opinions. Opinion, what do you think of something? Number B, pair work. Write 4 statements, 4 sentences using these words. Then take turns reading them. Pay attention to emphatic stress. You make a sentence like dreadful, fantastic, horrible, ridiculous. Example. That book is ridiculous. Ridiculous. That movie is fantastic. His life is horrible. Exercise 7, discussion. Let's go to the movies. The films. A. Pair work. Take turns asking and answering these questions in order of your own. Here, look here. What do you see? Now showing on DVD. Comedies. Comedies, funny. Funny films. Thrillers. Thrillers, a movie about exciting story, interesting stories. Drama. Mysteries. Mysteries. Films about crimes. Action. Action like NBC action, action movies, adventure movies. Science fiction. Science fiction, movies about the future. These movies are based on science. Romance. Love stories. Classics. Classics, old stories. Documentaries. Films about facts. Horror. Scary movie like Top Movies channel. Animation. Cartoons. Walt Disney films like Tom and Jerry, Nemo. A. Pair work. Take turns asking and answering these questions and others of your own. You will answer these questions, you and your friend, to make a dialogue, a conversation. Example. What kinds of movies are you interested in and why? A and B. Ahmed and Basim. What kinds of movies are you interested in? I love action movies. Really? Why is that? They're exciting. Exciting, interesting. What about you? I think action movies are kind of silly. Are too bad. I prefer animation. What kinds of movies do you find boring? I think horror movies are boring. Who are your favorite actors and actresses and why? My favorite actors are Muhammad Hinidi, Adil Imam, and Ahmed Al-Saqqa. Are there actors or actresses you don't like? You hate them? What is the worst movie you have ever seen? The worst movie that I have ever seen is, and you mentioned the name of the movie. The worst movies are horror movies. What are your 3 favorite movies in English and why? Are there any outstanding movies playing now? Are there wonderful movies playing now? You will answer these questions and you make dialogue, you and your friend. Homework number 1. Listen and repeat. Keep the words by heart. Answer the first 3 pages of unit number 13 in the workbook. Go to www.cambridge.org Interchange Arcade. Finally, wish you like it, share it, and subscribe. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته ونسألكم الدعاء.